Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Feels weird being a Man United fan this morning because what happened yesterday. As you all know, Spurs beat us 1-0, and it's so weird because I ended the stream immediately after the game. I was so embarrassed. I switched everything off immediately after the final whistle because basically I was in tears and I I couldn't put together any words to like tell you. You would have just seen a man crying on stream after the whistle basically, and I didn't really want that out there. And like a lot of my friends, right, be telling me it's just football. You don't have to take it that serious. Yes, you don't have to take it that serious. But then you don't really know what football means to a person. You don't really know what football and Man United basically mean to me as a person. Man United is my heart. Football is my heart. I love football. And as I was saying, yeah, football means a lot to me, right? And growing up, my the two uncles of mine who I love dearly, who introduced me to football. Okay, my dad introduced me to football, but then my uncles, both of them, introduced me to Man United, and they taught me what it was to be a Man United fan, to be a Man United player. Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, Patrice Evra, Vidic, Ferdinand. These players did on the pitch what I was taught by my uncles as I was playing football as a child. These players embodied what I was being taught, right? Alex Ferguson, famous quotes: when you come in second, you're the first loser. True, that was the mentality of one of the greatest managers. Not even one of the greatest managers. Let's not sugarcoat it. He is the greatest manager to ever exist. Alex Ferguson. Coming in second, you're the first loser. It's a terrible season for Man United every time we came in second under Alex Ferguson. He taught me that. And I grew up on that. Right? Looking at Amorim yesterday, honestly speaking, this is his first final as a manager. He never even won a final as a player. This is his first final as a manager. And it reeked of something really familiar to me. You know, like when you're playing, like just when you're playing for fun, right? And you have this team that you have at home, maybe, or anywhere where it's just fitness or anything, where you have an average player who comes in for training every week, keeps himself fit, is always there for the team. But then there's that one player who doesn't really always come in, who isn't always there, comes in every once in a while, isn't always fit, but he is better than this average player, right? So I feel like that's what happened yesterday. With um Garnacho should have started that final. Garnacho works hard. Garnacho, even though he isn't the best, he tries and tries and tries. He never gives up. And he's an amazing player. I love Garnacho personally. I love Garnacho. I feel like Mason Mount shouldn't have started that game yesterday. Yes, you could say he's a better player than Garnacho, but Garnacho works hard and is always available. Availability is the best ability. Garnacho worked hard. He should have started that final, and we would have gotten something if Garnacho had started that final. It's all if buts and maybes right now. We've already lost, so what the hell? Let's speculate. Garnacho should have started that final. Ugarte should have started that final. These are players who worked their socks off, gave everything for this manager, and this manager let them down. This manager handed us an L against fucking Tottenham, who haven't won a trophy since in 17 years. We gave Tottenham a trophy. First trophy in 17 fucking years. We gave Tottenham their first European trophy. Let that sink in for a minute. And y'all called me crazy when I said I don't want Ten Hag to go. I saw Ten Hag's vision. I could see what he's doing. Yes, maybe he fucked up in the transfer window. He shouldn't have brought in a couple of players, maybe a couple of others he shouldn't have brought in. But then that's not Ten Hag's fault. Like, for example, you right now, you have a plan for what you, like, say for your birthday, right? You know what you want as a birthday present. Someone else, say you want, what you want? You want a PS5 for your birthday, right? Someone else buys you not really a PS5, but gets you something. I don't know. Gets you like a sweater, gets you like a jersey, like a shirt. You know. I don't know where I was going with that analogy. Oh shit! I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, this is where I was going with that analogy. Ten Hag said, basically a kid at Christmas. Ten Hag said, "Oh, I want a Man United jersey for Christmas." But then the parents were like, we wanted to get you a PS5, but since you want a jersey, here you go. He was given the jersey, he was given the sweater, he was given the tracksuit. That is what he asked for Christmas. The board could have been like, oh no, 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 we can give you a PS5. But then the board didn't. The board was like, okay, you want a jersey? Give you the jersey. Look at a perfect example that I usually use. Perfect example. Klopp didn't want Mo Salah, but the board didn't have the money to go get the player that Klopp wanted. So the board came and told Klopp, hey man, we don't have the money, but then there's this guy we've been looking at. Here you go, Mo Salah, 30 mil, go try him. Mo Salah is one of the, in my opinion, the best player in the world. And that was not Klopp's signing, it was a board signing. When Ten Hag went to the board and told the board that, yes, I want Anthony. How much is Anthony? 80 mil. Ooh, for a player of that caliber, 80 mil is too much. But there's this 40 mil player somewhere I think you will like. Bring him. That is what should have happened. And people will be blaming Ten Hag for Anthony and Rasmus and all this. But then that is not Ten Hag's fault. Ten Hag's job is to spot a player, go to the board, say, hey, I want this player. The board should be like, okay, yeah, we know you do want that player, but he's too expensive for us. Let us get you this other player instead. I personally was of the opinion, let's keep Ten Hag till the end of the season. Then when the end of the season comes, let's assess it from there. Ten Hag could have gotten us top 4. Ten Hag could have won us the Europa League. We brought a new manager in, Amorim, who had one of the best win records in Europe before he joined Man United. Amorim told the board that, hey man, let me come in at the end of the season. And the board was like, it's either you come in now or never. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. If you are in Amorim's shoes, if I was in Amorim's shoes, I would have taken the job. He came to Man United, wasn't given any players in January. The media was on his ass, telling him to change his system, which Ten Hag changed his system, got him fired. Van Gaal did the same. Ole did the same. Who was the manager before Ole? Mourinho did the same. Manager before Mourinho, no, before Van Gaal, the guy at West Ham right now, the white guy. I don't really remember his name. The worst manager in Man United history. Every manager who's come to Man United has changed his system, changed his philosophy, and it got him sacked. So why the hell do you want Amorim to change his philosophy? But then yesterday, Ange, Ange didn't like reinvent the wheel. Ange was like, okay, we are not playing well right now. Let's go back to basics. Defend well, beat them on the counter. That's basic football. Basic football handed us an L yesterday. Basic football. Like, you could see what he was trying to do. Force Man United to the wings. Force them to bring crosses in. Where Romero was strictly told, mark their best player with headers. And that's Maguire. He frustrated Maguire the whole game. And Amorim didn't have an answer for that. No goddamn way. So many people are been asking me in the morning, like, what next for Man United? I honestly do not know. I honestly do not know. Y'all are thinking about Gyökeres. He's gone to Arsenal now. He's not coming to Man United. Delap was doing a tour basically around England. He came and met with Man United, met with Chelsea. He's met a couple of teams. Delap ain't coming to Man United. He's not coming to Man United, guys. Delap wants Champions League football. We can't offer that. We are not in Europe, basically. UEFA must be so mad at Man United, because with Man United in the Champions League, that means more eyes on the Champions League. That means more money for UEFA. UEFA, let me just give you all a secret. This 5-team system wasn't brought so that a team like Bournemouth can play in the Champions League. No disrespect to Bournemouth. This 5-team system was brought in so that they can give Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, Man City, Liverpool a better chance at playing in the Champions League, because they know these are teams with huge fan bases all over the world, more eyes on the product, more money coming in. How many teams are playing in the Champions League this season? Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. Not really. I don't know if Chelsea are guaranteed Champions League football. Let me scratch Chelsea out. Newcastle, Tottenham. 2 teams are remaining. And that can go to either Chelsea or Man City or Aston Villa. UEFA doesn't want Aston Villa in the Champions League. UEFA doesn't want Newcastle in the Champions League, because they don't have the fan base to bring in the revenue that a Man United can bring in. Oh man, I don't know what to do now, because teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City have brilliant squads already, and they will add to those brilliant squads. Liverpool are buying Florian Wirtz, Kakes, Frimpong. Granted, Nani was sold. Granted, Trent went on a free. But then look at the players they are bringing in already to a fantastic squad. Arsenal will bring in Zubamendi, Gyökeres. 2 brilliant players already coming into a brilliant squad. Man City, a brilliant squad, still fighting to buy Florian Wirtz. Teams like Chelsea, brilliant squad, they will add. Okay, that's the first 3 tier, right? Then we have another 3 tier: Chelsea, Aston Villa, Newcastle. Right? They will add to their already brilliant squads. That's top six already gone for next year. Tottenham, that's top seven already gone for next year. Man United, we don't have Champions League money. We're already in debt. We still are paying for players that were bought. We still are paying the like lipa mdogo mdogo basically. And it's so frustrating that we had a lifeline to secure our season, to secure our future, and this manager and these players weren't up to it. And when I was telling y'all, let's not sell Ten Hag, let's keep Ten Hag to the end of the season, y'all thought I was saying the moon was made of cheese. Who looks stupid now? I'm sorry, but I told you so. Ten Hag would have won us this trophy.